At COP 26, nations got together and committed to a pledge and non-deforestation pledge, I think by 2030. Now, deforestation is when a jurisdiction purposefully cuts down trees and then converts that land to something else. In British Columbia, we seemingly, I think, state that we don't engage in deforestation here because we replant with trees. However, we call them tree farms. We require that at least 95% of the land, I think, is planted with coniferous trees. We utilize mechanical planting techniques and the use of pesticides to remove a variety of native plant species from those areas in order to farm trees. I'm wondering if the minister can clarify how it is that we are not engaging in deforestation in this province when we are clearly practicing tree farming. In fact, we even call it tree farms. And the removal of the biodiversity in the forests is an indication that we are engaged in deforestation in this province.
Minister.
Thank you, Madam Chair. So we do not practice deforestation in British Columbia. In fact, we operate on a sustainable forest management system. We have good, solid legal objectives in place to maintain biodiversity. And as well, we will continue to enhance biodiversity in partnership with my colleague in the new Minister of Lands, Water and Resource Stewardship, and I'm looking forward to that collaboration between the two ministries.
Member.
I can understand the minister not wanting to engage this question in any way and just completely deflecting it. The reality of it is that when we are spraying forests with herbicide with the express intent of killing natural species in order to advantage the trees in the farm, and all you have to do is go and walk. There's actually a road in the Premier's riding that has an old-growth forest on one side and a tree farm on the other side. There's nothing similar between those two areas. Nothing similar. There is literally trees that are going to be harvested on one side of the road with nothing else in them. No understory, no salal, no berries, nothing. On the other side, it is, when the minister says biodiversity, it is biodiversity. How is it that we can justify these tree farms as calling them a replacement for the biodiversity that is literally devastated in clear cuts, replanting them as farms, and saying that we are not engaged in deforestation? It's a communications exercise. It's not an exercise in reality. So I ask the minister again, how can we compare the two? A biodiverse, rich ecosystem of old-growth forest, an actual forest, and an area with one or two species that is on a harvest plan, and calling that a suitable replacement. How is that not engaged in deforestation?
Minister.
Thank you, Chair. Welcome. I just want to make it clear with the member, since 2015, The use of glyphosate in the forestry sector has declined by 96%. 96%. I just want to make sure that that's on the record. And herbicide is just one silviculture treatment used to assist in the plantation survival and establishment and ultimately achieve free growing status. The herbicide option, it's usually reserved for situations where other silvicultural options have not been or may not be completely successful, and for instance, manual brushing, which is utilized, or for safety purposes. So again, the herbicide use in BC's forest industry has declined significantly in recent years as foresters use a variety of approaches to manage competing vegetation, including manual, mechanical, and biological treatments. So any government-approved use of glyphosate under a pest management plan must also submit an annual report identifying the quantity used, the size of the area that was sprayed, and the method of application.